It is time to crab. And hopefully today, the Mega Crab decides it doesn't want to be selfish as we go for our second diamond trophy. I am the resident dweller of the underworld, Dark Anubis, and today we once again are going into Tribal Mega Crab. Give me a few moments, guys. I'm still fixing last minute things, and then we'll get into it. Hello, Persephone. Welcome to the stream. Hello, Max. Welcome to the stream. And hello, Goalie. How you doing, bud? I'm glad you can make it. Welcome to the stream. Give me just a few minutes, guys, and we will get into it. Alrighty, folks, I apologize. Trying to get the image looking right, but I think it's still a little bit wonky. You guys will have to let me know how that goes. But let me first off say by saying I am the resident dweller of the underworld, Dark Anubis. And as I've said before, it is another beautiful day for some tribal crab. Let's switch on over. And here we go. Let me see if I can, because this messed me up last time. Let me know how the audio sounds, guys. If the game sound is too loud or my mic is too loud, whatever the case is. You'd think I'd have a system for this already set up, but it seems like every time there is some shenanigans afoot. Alright, I think that's as good as it's gonna get. Let me just verify something, and then we will get into it. How's everyone doing on this fine Sunday afternoon, or evening, or morning, depending on where you live? So, listening to my feedback, it sounds like the game might be a little bit louder than me, but I think we got it now. Alright, folks, as I was saying, it's time for us to get into some beautiful tribal mega crab. We are going for our finale of it before it runs out, and I decided I wouldn't do any of it without you guys. So, we are starting off at stage 30. The aim is stage 60. Anything past that is just some free loot. Because it's our first tribal crab, we can't actually go for the legendary trophy, so We're hoping to change this gray / silver trophy into a beautiful purple one. We got to get to gold first, though. We did boost up a little bit earlier. We were helping out the task force with an operation. So, okay. And if you guys haven't noticed, we are currently working on our landing crafts for HQ24. Only 2 left. So hopefully from the tons of resources we get from Mega Crab, we will be HQ'd up, or LC'd up, I guess. We won't collect that just yet. Alrighty. Man, it sounds so quiet in my ears. Okay. Alrighty, folks. We aren't going to take too much time. We're just going to get right into it. And let's see what we can get our hands on. Nothing insane here. The annoying part is going to be these doom cannons. And of course, those boom surprises. But overall, nothing crazy. We might throw bullet right in the front. And actually, we might switch away from bullet at some point. But we'll see how this goes first. Like I said, I might be a little rusty on this first stage. We'll see how it goes. Oh, here we go. Our already first problem. Okay. Like usual, folks, I have a very wonky cable setup, so we're gonna just shock that because we don't want to have to worry about that. Did get that doom cannon down, which is good. Once they finish these, maybe this boom surprise, we'll probably flare them over here. I honestly don't recommend flaring with these types of troop layouts or loadouts, but I'm just so used to it at this point. Let's see what we can make happen here. I do need my troops to spread a little here so that my poor laser rangers and bombas don't eat all kinds of booty. Let's throw out some super warriors because after all it is the tribal mega crab. We're just gonna go straight for the core here. I think we have enough DPS. There we go, a beautiful stage 30 solo. A beautiful way to start off the stream today. I am still fighting a little bit of a sickness, guys, so if my throat sounds a little off, I do apologize. Did lose a few troops there, nothing insane. Some nice magma power stones. Alrighty. Let's see what we got here. These ones are always a little bit of annoying for me. I don't know. We'll see how this goes. I almost want to drop like 2 Scorchers over here just for distraction purposes. I don't know, we'll see how this goes. Oh, I did not mean to press that. Fat finger. I think once we clear up to that shock blaster, this Scorcher is absolutely getting torn a new one. Pop that. Then we go over here. Like I said, I know a lot of the higher level folks just kind of run through the base. I'm still kind of new to the high level Mega Crab stuff, so I'm going to be a little bit rusty on what the best way to play it is, so I do apologize for that. Like I said, I'm so used to smoke tactics and all kinds of other craziness, so. And I don't know how this is going to go, because we're looking a little hairy. Yeah, I think we are going to switch over to Dr. Kavan after this, just so we can keep some troops alive. Bullet and these two mechs trying their hardest to keep my troops alive. It is a struggle to say the least. Alright, come on, aim for those rocket launchers. There are these two bombas that are going off to the left for some reason. Okay, we're still not looking terrible. Now there's a Doom cannon that's about to come into play. Oh, as I say that. Of course. As I say that, it starts to come into play. Once that mortar goes down, we're going to go straight for it. I want that mortar down. Alright, now we're just going to go. And hope for the best here. I honestly don't know how this will play, but... do have two bombas. Oh, three. Oh, we should have this. Looking very wonky, though. Boom, there we go. Stage 31. Solo. Very messy. Very, very messy. Okay. This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna go back to Dr. Kavan, as we were using earlier, and seeing how that goes for us. This is an interesting one. Lots of boom cannons. I'm actually going to, since it's all tight knit, let's try something interesting. Solo, says Persephone. Absolutely. We are going to just try to walk through this base. How it's going to go, I don't know, but I've already made up for some of our solos that we've gotten thus far. Do we have any free GBE grab? Not particularly. Okay. So, and we're going to do a pre-drop of Kavan. And I honestly should have... I lost my train of thought. Anyway, I should have brought 3-5. 3 Scorchers, 5 Laser Rangers. I think that was probably the play, but... so far, so good. pop this cryo a little early. And I think we are just gonna kind of let the troops run through this base and see how they do. So far, so good. I think this is the tactics that some higher level players use. Either this or like all Scorchers, which seems to do pretty well, so. Once we get a little bit more comfortable, we'll try some funkier stuff. As you guys know, I always try my hardest on Mega Crab. Got my first diamond trophy in the last one, so hoping to make it a 2 for 2. Are losing some Scorchers here. Probably because I'm not shocking these disgusting boom cannons. But this is going to be an absolute easy 32 solo. Hello, Dark, says Treeman. Welcome, bud. Welcome, Treeman, to the stream. We are getting into some Mega Crab. Glad you could make it, bud. And that was a stage 32 solo. We are going to unfortunately waste some resources because I don't want to upgrade LCs while we're pushing, so it does suck. We are going to still find a way to make it all work, but I have to be very careful. I think we're going to do a similar strat. We'll see how this goes. Another one, says Persephone. Nothing but the solos. And barring Kavan absolutely taking a boom cannon to the face, we should be alright. Oh, I did not realize there's laser beams in play here, which is a little annoying. You guys know, oh, I totally messed up. If you guys don't know, laser beams are one of my worst enemies. They do far too much damage to my poor laser rangers. And once we get a little bit more... Alright, let's go here. Oh god, Kavan. Kavan is absolutely gonna die here. Run, man, run. I think someone made a joke of like 1,000 ways for Dr. Kavan to die, which is just so true. Man seems to always find a way to die. He is hanging on by a hair. If I can get one more out of him, that would be fantastic. Okay. We have some nice, healthy second wind Scorchers up, so we should have this. There are some pesky boom cannons there. And somehow Kavan miraculously is still alive. Don't know how that's even possible, but... And there we go. Slow roll. Boom! Stage 33, solo in it. Another one. So he's like Donald from Kingdom Hearts. That's exactly what he is like Persephone. If you guys have ever played Kingdom Hearts, Donald always seems to be dead. Or knocked out, or whatever you want to call it. Kind of a throwback to the game. Okay. I think we're still good to go here. Okay, here we go. Our first, not my favorite base type. The octagon bases always give me a little bit of trouble, just because they're very finicky. I think we're going to push this left side, though, because it doesn't have that hidden laser beam right there. So, we'll see how this goes. Like I said, I don't plan on soloing this, but if we do, immaculate. Try to keep my troops to the left here. I'll pop that. Pop that. Drop our other Scorcher here. I would ideally like to get rid of that rocket launcher right there. Okay. So far, so good. There's a laser beam that's about to come into play here in a second. I have not been paying attention to my Scorchers, if they've ate in wing or not. Okay, so far, we are looking really good right now. Lost a few laser rangers, but nothing crazy. Got a nice little wave of riflemen in front. There are some mines that are going to be a little annoying. So I will have to hopefully let the Scorchers run through, but we absolutely love laser ranger damage. Like I said, they may be squishy, but god, are they just so freaking fun. I do need my Scorchers to move forward just a little bit. I think we finally did lose our first Scorcher, and Kavan is about to die here. But I think we have plenty enough meat shield here. As long as my laser rangers start focusing the core. Getting a little hairy. Nah, we got that. Boom! Stage 34 soloing. Did lose a few Scorchers there. A lot of ladies, but you know. Excellent. We're gonna review that attack. Like I said, I don't often get solos on those octagon bases. And I also have some food waiting for me, so let me take a bite of that. You guys can watch that attack one more time. Persephone says solo. Another beautiful solo. We are doing super well in this 30 so far, which is good because we needed to make up 3 attacks from the 20s, as is always the case for some reason. And like I said, this is just a good strategy. This is kind of like the brokenness of being higher up, I guess. So now that we've entered the double Scorcher meta, you kind of just drop your troops down, guide them just ever so slightly. You have Kavan with your second win, and they kind of just run through bases. Now, mind you, my statue setup is kind of in the middle of Operations / Mega Crab, so if I threw like another troop damage and dropped one of my GBE, it'd probably be even easier. But still not bad. All the troops doing excellent jobs. There we go. Slow rolling. Probably a little bit too early, but Boom. That beautiful solo. And on probably my worst base layout. Alright, let's get into it. Stage 35. What do we got here? This should be easy. These are usually the solo worthy ones for me. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. We're probably going to throw a barrage there for some ROI. If you guys don't know what that is, it's return of investment. Basically just trying to get back some free GBE. So if you put in the 10 here, we should get back... I don't know what that... I wasn't counting, but... What is max GBE statue? I will show you, Tree Man, real quick before we get into this. As I do have a command for it, folks. That elusive 42. That is the max GBE masterpiece statue. I also have one for troop damage, troop health, and resource reward, I believe. If you guys want to check out those commands, it's exclamation point, TD, GBE, RR, and TH, I believe. There might even be one for blue and green statues. So. So far, so good. Nothing crazy. I did hear a Doom Cannon. Where is that? Shock that, please. Now, this little pesky rocket launcher to the left is a little annoying. Treeman getting that 24 troop damage. Unfortunately, it is not the beautiful 32. I need to redirect my troops a little bit here. Well, I think they're okay. Probably just killed more than I actually saved here, but... Boom! Stage 35 solo. We're just running through the solos. And ironically enough, didn't lose too many laser rangers there. So that is awesome. There we go. Absolutely beautiful. We are getting close to our maximum resources, unfortunately. We are going to sink at least our gold. And I think that's all we'll sink for right now. We might come back and sink our iron and all that stuff in a little bit, but... Like I said, if you guys don't know, the Mega Crab is the perfect time to get resources, to get those upgrades that maybe you're having a hard time getting the resources for. So make sure you guys do them. You don't have to get to the furthest you can ever get. You don't have to solo every base. Just use a couple attacks to take down bases if you're lower. You will appreciate it. That's for sure. This is a very weird stage. Particularly because there's freaking all these Doom Cannons. And we have laser beams right here. What's our accounts? Sorry, there's a Discord message that came from my task force members. We're gonna try to run through this the same way. We'll see how that goes. Gonna pop these two. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna let these do their job first. Kind of get down those couple first mortars, and then we'll run some laser rangers in there. This is gonna get real hairy real quick. And that's mostly because of these damn things here. Shock those. Lots of health packs down. Oh god. Run, Kavan, run. Oh, Kavan is gonna die here. Oh gosh. It's all going to craze. Come on, come on, come on, push out. Need to keep all those Doom Cannons shocked because they will just tear through my... Although these Boom Cannons probably aren't doing me any favors either. I don't think we're going to solo this one. This was a little bit wonky than I'm used to, but... Yeah, unfortunately we just do not have the damage there. They're going to kind of just let this play out, see how far my troops can get. Oh, if it wasn't for that rocket launcher, the lasers might have a chance, but this rocket and then of course the shock blaster, not my friend. Alright, there we go. Had to drop some stage in the 30s, so... And that was so happened to be the one. All good though. We will recover. We could do some fancy here, but we're not gonna troll ourselves because we don't want to make a silly mistake. We're kind of just gonna roll with this. I almost want to just drop. You know what? I think I'm just gonna drop Scorchers and Kavan here. Because I think they should be able to take it out. I don't know, maybe. We decided to bring the ladies. Who are probably going to just all die here. Ah, dang it. Just gonna do apologize, folks, for the any... Oh god. Live, lasers, live. Yeah, that rocket launcher, of course, is playing a very annoying part. I should shock over here to save my Scorchers, but they are simply there just to eat a whole lot of shots to the face. And we lost a lot more laser rangers there than I wanted. We actually didn't lose any Scorchers in that second attack, though. Yeah, 25 laser rangers. I'm telling you, just total glass cannons. We are going to do a little bit of a sync here. We're about to max out, so it doesn't really matter. We aren't going to sink our gold just yet. How much time do we have on our boost here? We might have to reboost, unfortunately. But it's all good. We do have some statues. Okay, here we go. Another funky one. This is like the shield generator in the center bases. I know some people just run it down through the middle. We'll try that. I'm not great at it, so... 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21. We might get some free GBE from that shock launcher, maybe. And then we'll just pop these first 3 cryo bombs on the beach. Anyway, just give it a try. Like I said, it may seem like I'm talking to myself, folks, but I'm kind of just talking through my thought process, which may help some of you guys, so... Oh, god dang it. I'm having all types of technical difficulties right now, folks. Give me 1 second. Got disconnects. My headphones shut off on me. I don't know what the heck is going on here. Oh gosh. As you say that, Treatment, I'm having all kinds of difficulties, so give me 1 second as I try to figure that out. Unfortunately, we are going to lose this one, just because I am trying to deal with technical stuff right now. Gosh dang it. Alright, we are going to watch that fail over real quick, guys, as I try to fix my stuff. Give me 1 second. Alright, folks, I think we got things back up. We'll see how long that lasts for. I do apologize, like I said. I had a little Bluetooth problem with my headphones. And then, of course, we got our little image outs that sometimes happen. And unfortunately, like I said, if I was paying a little bit more attention, this probably could have been a solo stage. I just got a little flustered there, so... And unfortunately, didn't make the right moves for my Scorchers to stay alive so my Laser Rangers could finish that off. We're going to speed that up so we can get into this second hit. Okay. Let's finish this the way it should have been first in the first place. Alrighty, kind of gonna just let this play out. I'm gonna try to burst these down so that my Scorchers don't have any reason to die here. We are gonna drop some Riflemen. Shock some of that. And there we go. Luckily, we did not lose anybody there, so. There we go. Stage 37, 2 hits. A little sad. Could have been a solo, but don't worry. We will recover. We are looking still really good here, folks. 35 attacks with 22 stages left, I think. I think I'm doing my math there right. So, not looking bad. Okay. Let's see what stage 38. This should be a solo right here. Anytime I see these bases, I have a field day. And I am probably just going to run this stage like normal. Yeah. It should be a solo stage. Super easy. Nothing crazy. We're going to smoke drop Kavan again. Drop some critters here. Now the difference between this stage is there's not a cryo bomb to wipe out all of those mines, so do need to be a little cognizant here. Try to make sure my DPS troops don't absolutely eat it here. I'll pop both these. I'll drop a critter here. Here it's all about making sure the mines don't take out my poor laser rangers. We're gonna drop this here. That Super Warrior stayed alive longer than I expected, so that's pretty cool. A little tank to the tanks. Should try to use them a little bit more often, but at this point they just don't stay alive long enough. Shock all this splash junk. Probably drop a critter there to maybe save some of my scorchers. Just do one more second win, because why not? That was a beautiful stage 38 solo right there. And I think I only lost 2 laser rangers in that whole ordeal. Gotta love the magma stones. Yeah, 2 laser rangers. It's actually a really great stage 38. Like I said, we love those stages. If we could get more of them, we definitely would. Alright, and this will probably be our last gold sync, because I think we are maxing... Yep, we sure are. Just maxed our crystal storage, so no more sinking. Now we're just purely losing resources. Which sucks, but we must push on because the diamond trophy is more important. Another funky base. Mostly because of a stupid amount of sniper towers. Now I know some people like to do the split here. We'll see how our troops do. If they split off and kind of do some things, that's cool. If they don't, that's fine too, I guess. And there's just some very funky mine placement in this map. Or in this stage, I guess. Pop all that. I'm gonna drop that, drop that. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're gonna just shock that. I thought I dropped Golan, but I guess I didn't. Now I'll drop our lasers. They're already beautifully overshooting into my lasers' faces, which is what we love. Alright, let's see how the split does here. Looks like majority of our forces went left, so see how that goes. Oh no, I think most of our Scorches are dead here, unfortunately. Which means it's only a matter of time before we lose our Laser Rangers. It's a very funky layout. I know there's definitely a way to go about it better. I just haven't really been paying attention to what the best way to go about that is. Go, lasers, go, said Persephone. Unfortunately, the lasers are dead. And I think what we'll do, depending on what the shield looks like on this core, is we're going to bypass the right side. We'll just let our troops burn through the shield. Just because it's easier for me personally. I don't know why we're watching this. You guys are just sitting here watching these very thick Scorchers just slowly eat it. Should have dropped some GB there, but it's whatever. So before we do anything, I'm just curious to know, what kind of shield are we dealing with here? 2.5. I think our lasers should be able to burn through that. And which level Scorchers are good to use? Treatment, the truth is, at least in my opinion, I'll say this. Scorchers don't truly get good until you get 2 in a boat. I will tell you, when I was HQ 23, my Scorchers were level 10. So basically max for what they were at that HQ. And I still just didn't enjoy them that much. But they find their place, you know. I can't really say that they're not great in lower level stuff. Like if you're like a med level like 18, 19, 20 and you're only at like 300, 400 VP count, then they're probably okay. But like I know you, Treeman, I know you sit higher on the VP ladder, so I would definitely say that they're just not great because you're just versing max level players. And they just can't handle that. So, but yeah, I would say for me personally, they didn't start getting good until I got 2 in a boat. So. With 2 mil shield left, this will bring it down to 1 mil. So I think as long as my Scorchers can stay alive, should be okay. I don't know if that even shocked anything. So should I just stick with heavies? That's actually what I did for the longest time, Treeman, until I got to maybe HQ 22. I started to use a little bit of mechs. But my personal favorite has always been heavies with Dr. Kavan's second win. Because at the end of the day, your boom cannons, your doom cannons are going to one-shot just about any troop anyway. So why not have quantity over quality in that case? For all intents and purposes. But like I said, everyone's different. Maybe you have a different attack style than I do. I kind of just face first into a lot of things. So if you're more strategic, then Scorchers might be okay. It's finding a good balance, to say the least. There we go. Stage 39, down in 2 hits. Would it have been 1? I really doubt it, but okay, we lost a couple hits in 30s, but we also got a lot of solos, so we will definitely have to make up again. I'm sure we will be able to, but I'm still not worried yet. No 3 attacks, so that's good. Your relentless attacks on the Mega Crab are not in vain. Your new trophy is direct proof of that. Keep up the good work. And there we go. Our first tribal mega crab gold trophy, folks. Let's take a look at that beautiful thing. I may be a little bit biased because I do enjoy warriors, but that is a darn good looking trophy right there. And we are hoping by the end of this stream to make it purple. Let me check on these boosts one more time. Still have a couple more stages in us. Alright, let's see what stage 40 has in store for us. Space doesn't seem insane. Doesn't seem friendly either. Trying to think which way I like better. I'm definitely not going to split troops here, but I think, well, I do see this Doom Cannon here. The problem is if I go right, then I get clipped by these stinking rocket launchers. I don't know. We'll try to go right. We'll see how this goes. Let's see. I probably should change to the 3-5. I don't think I need 8 Scorchers. It's nice to have. I don't know. I don't know if I'd notice a difference. Although having more DPS is always nice in the sense of the Laser Rangers. Once this shock launcher goes down, we are going to smoke. We're just going to pre-smoke, I guess. And Kavan probably dies here. Oh my gosh. And I should have popped this cryo bomb. This is actually going to be what kills me here, unfortunately. Got that second win off just before he dies. You served us proud, Kavan. We are like stuck. That was very weird. I think we got shock locked there, but do the Scorchers have enough defense to run through this? I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I'm not entirely sure. I think this is unfortunately gonna be a second double down. Our first double down of stage 40. Let's get that down. Yeah, unfortunately we just do not have the Scorchers there. I'm not proud of myself. I've been making some messy errors on this Mega Crab. Hopefully that doesn't bite us in the butt. Also, if you guys keep track of my channel, I do have a quiz up for which prototype defenses hit through smoke. Make sure you guys check that out. Check your Boom Beach knowledge. How about in the chat? Can anybody tell me which prototype defenses hit through smoke? We're just going to keep pushing through. Current shield. Yeah, we're just going to keep pushing through this. And annoyingly, those rockets are going to play a role. And my poor lasers are going to absolutely suffer. So we're going to do a little bit of smoke to save them. Smoke critter. Shock that. Treeman says Simo. That is correct, Treeman. That is one of, as you can see right here, 2 prototypes that does hit through smoke. They also focus the lowest health troops as well, so while your Scorchers may be closer to them, they're focusing your Laser Rangers and Riflemen and stuff. Anyway, what is the other prototype troop or prototype defense that hits through smoke? The SEMO is one of them. There is a second one. Microwave, says Ali. You are absolutely correct, Ali. Microwaver is the other prototype defense. And a lot of people don't know that. So they like to run their troops right through them, and they absolutely eat it. So if you guys are ever trying to smoke all Zukas or warriors, stuff like that, make sure you are cognizant of microwavers and SEMOs. And there we go, stage 40 down in 2. I can't tell you how many attacks I've seen people running through, you know, like a microwaver, and then their troops are just done. No problem at all. Alright, let's try to get a solo here so that you guys can re-watch that, because I want to take a bite of my food. This could be the solo. This is a little wonky. Now, this is ballsy, but I'm going to throw Kavan down. Yeah, I'm not going to tell you guys. You guys will see what the plan here is. So we're going to drop this, smoke drop. And then boom, 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 boom. I'll drop a critter down there too, just in case. Once that initial disgustingness gets down, then we'll drop these guys. It's a lot of single target, so no point to put my Scorchers into a stupid amount of single target damage if I can prevent it. There is unfortunately a whole lot of mines, so I am thinking my troops are probably going to eat a lot of mine damage here. And my Scorchers are running into all of those nasty boom cannons and cannons. Come on, come on. Let's get a Scorcher back up. Once these two shield generators get down over here, we're going to recircle or recollect our troops. Oh god, this is looking very grim. Oh, and Kavan went down. Damn, I thought this was going to be a solo. I ain't going to lie, guys. I ain't going to lie to y'all. These moves or hits have been super messy. I am not proud of them. And unfortunately, my ladies are just going to eat all of these mines. Dang. Hoping that would be a solo. Unfortunately, it was not. Just a whole lot of single target damage. It might have been a better play to play that. Maybe throw some riflemen instead of Scorchers, since it was so much single target damage. But here we go. Second hit of 41. I promise we are going to make that stuff up. But that was not it. We got to be better. Be better, do better. Something else. Once again, going to get our Scorchers moving. A big thing about Boom Beach that I feel like a lot of people kind of failed to learn, maybe, is the troop speed walks. Especially with stuff like Laser Rangers, who are glass cannons. Understanding that your Laser Rangers are so much faster than any of the other tank troops is super important, because you don't want them to be the first ones in the line of attack and eating all kinds of splash damage. It's kind of hard to do once you're kind of into the mist of it, or the mix of it, but I would say, like in this instance, you drop your Scorchers, let them walk for a few seconds, then drop your Laser Rangers. We've been seeing a lot of failed attacks and operations lately with Laser Rangers because people just don't respect the troop speed. There we go, though. Stage 41. Another one. But not another solo. But 42 will be. Ooh, I don't know about that. It could be, it could be. The only funky part is all of this over here. Shooting the left side. Not a crazy amount of shield. We're going to try something funky here. Now, I don't recommend this by any means. You're going to throw a boat of riflemen in there. And hopefully these riflemen can take this initial damage. Probably shock these rocket launchers over here. Let the ladies kind of tear through some of those snipers and boom cannons. And then drop these scorchers afterwards. That's at least how I envision in my mind. Whether or not that actually plays out that way, we'll see. So drop. Drop, 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 drop. Unfortunately, didn't get that last fourth one. Son of a gun. Drop out a critter here. I'm gonna shock this right here. It's looking wonky. Not terrible, but wonky. Oh, all my laser rangers just ate it there. It's your boy, DJ Slab. Oh my god, it's my favorite YTuber. Welcome, it's your boy, to the stream, bud. And that did not look great. Do have quite a few scorchers up. But I just don't think they're going to have the damage to burn through these shields, unfortunately. Yeah, as I predicted, this over here is just so bad for me. We're going to clear most of the crud up, so we'll just smoke back up to that left side. Like I said, we can't catch a break in the 40s so far. They have not been good to us. What was that last bit of GB? And I thought the riflemen would do better. They were okay. Excuse me. And we are going to finally put that fifth boat of laser rangers and see how that does. I think what we're going to do, which is probably silly, is we're going to run through all of this crap right here. Because there's no boom cannons. There's just rockets. Yeah, so we're going to do this. Just to guarantee. Maybe lose less laser rangers. I definitely should have popped that earlier. Kavan, for the love of all that is holy, please don't die. Let our scorchers and the second wind riflemen kind of run through that. Once that stuff goes down, then we'll drop the ladies. We'll let the ladies take out the shield generators, and then we're going to go left. We're going to lose our first scorcher there. It's okay, though. Alright, now let's get the heck out of here. We lost another scorcher there. We did. That should be a 42 down and 2. Could it have been one? Yeah, maybe. Like I said, after all, we are a casual player, folks. I do not know the metas for each of these stages. I do not calculate the hits and stuff like that usually, so kind of just give it all that we can. And another hard octagon center shield generator stage. This, of course, was 2 hits for us last time. And it will probably be 2 hits again, so. We'll see, though. We're gonna pop these 2. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pop that. Do apologize if you can hear my dogs in the background. I think someone might have knocked at the door. Fortunately, Kavan always likes to go to the side that has way more troops. Like, I needed some support on this right side, especially because there's rocket launchers over there, but I don't even know how far we really make it in here, because it is not looking great right now. Let's get that Scorcher back up. This Scorcher is absolutely taking it right now. Yeah, we definitely should have centralized again like we did on the previous attack. But at this point, I'm going to let them run through. We'll probably drop some GBE. And then this will be another 2 down, unfortunately. But Scorcher is giving it his all. If you can kill this hot pot, that would be huge. Oh, beautiful. We're just going to speed this up. Okay. Looking messy now. These stages have not been fun to me. I have to check how many attacks we have left. I don't think there's any way that we fail this unless we start using like 4 and 5 attacks on each base, but I do have to make sure. Okay, we're just gonna go straight for the shield generators and then pop off left. I think that's the best play for us. Perfect, they dinked that stuff too. Let's go here. There unfortunately is a lot of shock launchers there, which is a little annoying. Let's get the heck out of dodge. Let's shock that. Let's get this shock launcher down. Kind of in a weird, clippy place. My laser rangers love to be in the worst possible spots. This might be a 3 down here. This is looking a little bit funky. Nah, I think we have it. I think we have plenty of damage. Try not to cough on the mic. Sorry, folks. Yeah, there we go. 2 down. Stage 43. Once again, not beautiful, but we do make it work. Boom. Another one. Stage 44. Alright, here is our solo, folks. This is what I was waiting for. I don't know why it took so dang long, but should be very little reason we don't make this a solo. Slowly building up some critters. What level are your laser rangers? Quake, I think they're 9, but we will verify right after this stage, bud. There are some Doom cannons around this. Oh, I see. Treeman also asked that question. We will check these out right afterwards. Y'all already know I love my laser rangers, so I give them all types of love. I make sure they are taken care of. Those are not good. Son of a gun. We ran into a shock there. And these Doom cannons are problematic. Man, they just tore through my Scorchers. I gotta stop jinxing myself here, folks. I keep saying these are gonna be solos, and they are definitely not. On the initial look, it didn't look crazy. I did not realize there were like 4 or 5 Doom cannons over here. That is a little annoying. Okay. I am absolutely getting screwed over, and we are running out of attacks quick. Oh boy, I need a solo here now, folks. Perks are really good in the next hour. They have barrage damage boost and Zuka damage boost. Yeah, I saw the tri boost quick. They're good for like operations and stuff. I just don't know if they'll be great for crab. And so you guys are aware, they are level 8 Treeman and Quake. Level 8 Laser Rangers. I think they're 3 levels off from max, maybe 2. So, but yeah, new tribes coming out here, folks, here in the next 49 minutes. I'm hoping to keep these traps, although I guess it really doesn't matter. They change unless we forgot to do something, folks. And I am super curious to know something. Okay, these were boosted still. Okay. Alright, here. We did reboost, because if we don't, we are going to lose a lot more. We're going to drop here. And we're going to run our Scorchers first. And then we'll run our lasers in a second. So again, we want our ladies to get there after the Scorchers, of course. Not too far, but... Man, and that first Scorcher already took a shot to the face. That's crazy. It should be an easy 2 down. Did end up losing a Scorcher, which is crazy to me. But boom, there we go. Stage 44 down. We still ended up losing 2 Scorchers there. Stage is only funky because of the mine placement. If we can keep our troops from dying from that, this could be a solo. I should stop saying that, but okay. We're gonna double pop this. Boom, boom, boom. I didn't trust that rocket launcher. I'd probably shock the crud out of my Scorchers, but I'm gonna drop a warrior over here. Kind of slow down that stinking shock launcher. Not looking terrible, not looking great. The Doom Cannon is in play. Kind of hoping my lasers over there would take down that. Man, that is so annoying. We are not looking good right now here, folks. Not looking good one bit. I will say, it is possible that we do not make it to stage 60 if we don't get a solo or 2 before stage 50. Or before stage 60, I guess. This is a little annoying. Oh, that didn't register, I don't think. Not that it mattered, but... Okay, here we go. So far, I feel like I did better in the last Mega Crab than this one, but we could still turn it around. We don't have to fret just yet. I thought I got that shock launcher. Of course I didn't. Need to keep my Scorchers moving forward so that my ladies aren't being absolutely torn apart. We decided we were going to ignore that right side, so there we go. Stage 45 into. I'm kind of disappointing myself right now, folks. I'm not going to lie to y'all. We're not down and out just yet. 28 attacks, So if we hit every base from here on out in 2 attacks, we technically will get to 60. So, but we're hoping to get some solos. I don't know that this is a solo base, but this just looks wonky. I'm not sure how I want to take this base. Is that right side has a lot of rockets, so technically the Scorchers could kind of burn through it. I don't know how quick it would be, but then they have to shoot across this side. I don't know, maybe it's not a bad thing. I'm gonna try this. It's probably a foolish idea, but try a 4-4 again. We're gonna let our Scorchers kind of run through this right side, since there's real no danger. Of course, somehow that didn't work out. I have a feeling Kavan is going to die here. We'll see, though. Kind of slowly burn through that. Queenie Lee, thank you for entering the underworld. Hopefully soon to become an undead yourself. Kind of do a little wrap around here, which might not be the right choice, but at least dodge some of the junk over here. I don't know though. I'm not sure it's the right play, but do need a second win here soon, because we do need to keep more Scorchers ahead of us. Oh, never mind. We are not getting a second win because Kavan has died, of course. That is a little annoying. Alright, it did not pay off the way I hoped, but once again, it will end up being another 2 down, of course. Man, I ain't gonna lie, folks. We are not doing as hot as I thought we would. Like I said, I think some people make it look so easy. But, as you can see, I am still struggling. Alright, here we go. Let's get our stage 46 down in 2. Just gonna take that down. Oh, 4-4 is better. 3-5 is better. It's kind of like DPS versus tankiness in a sense. I should have dropped all my lady lasers a little bit more to the left there. Alright. Doing some funkiness here. So let's regroup. Mortars are a little bit dangerous because they are one-shotting our ladies. Come on, burn down that shield generator quickly. Alright, there we go. Stage 46 is going to be down to speed that up. Boom, there we go. Stage 46 in 2 hits. Not exactly what I wanted, but it's okay, I suppose. For some odd reason, my activity feed is not working, and I don't know why. Huh. Give me 1 second, folks, as I try to navigate this again. Alright. Okay, here we go. Stage 47. I'm actually curious to see something real quick. We did finally get our first guy from the task force hitting stage 60, Mr. Arike. This one doesn't seem terrible. Lots of machine guns, but that's not bad. Some awkwardly placed rocket launchers and a little bit of single target damage. But if our troops can get a nice split here, this might work out okay. I forgot I can't even gold sync. Okay. Let's give it a good try. Oh, I did not mean to do that. Trying to see what I want to do here. Hoping they spread out okay. And I missed both those doubles because I am a fool. I'm going to vote some of our GB over here because unfortunately, oh my god, of course all my lasers die there. So you know what? We'll try that. Man, these are just absolutely screwing me. I think I gotta be a little bit more strategic with my hits here. I think I'm just kind of thinking that I can take the lazy man's way out, but I am not quite lucky enough for my troops to do the right spreads and stuff. Man, that is super unfortunate. And yeah, these guys didn't even get this dang shield generators. So definitely struggling more than I thought we would, folks. It's just so you guys realize, I am normal like you guys. I may be a resident dweller of the underworld, but I do bleed, I do struggle. Same as any of you folks in here. So I don't think that Mega Crab is supposed to be this super easy thing. It's definitely not. The guys who get to the high scored boards are a different type of beast, so. I don't know that we can burn that out. Oh, we might be able to. So what we could do here is we'll do something interesting. So we're going to barrage that out. Drop a warrior, drop 2 critters, and drop all my girls over here. We drop another super warrior over there. See if maybe they can take that out. Let's drop this too. Already unfortunately losing a freaking Scorcher there. Because there's so many dang boom cannons right there. Right to the face. Losing another one. Should have this in 2 though, no problem. I think 2 is fine. Like I said, the hope is to get some solos, but these levels have not been my friend. Slow roll. There we go. Stage 47 in 2. Alrighty, folks. We are an hour and 40 minutes into the stream, and we have 12 stages to go. Come on, give me something good here. That is not good, folks. Son of a gun. This Mega Crab is not being my friend, and it's making me quite nervous now. As you guys know, I do not do octagon stages at all. Should have popped this cryo bomb up here, but we're not even going to try to get fancy. Once we get a little bit of breathing room here, we're going to go straight to the left. We're not even going to try to deal with the right side. I'm going to take down that one rocket launcher just so it doesn't clip my troops from the back / right. Because it will more than likely clip my damn laser rangers. And then we're going to go here. We're going to drop a shock and a critter here. Hopefully cause some distraction. I heard a doom cannon. Yeah, there's a doom cannon that's about to come into play. So far, not terrible. Oh, sorry about that. Okay. We're not. It's not amazing, but it's not terrible. I really wish my lasers would go for this damn headquarters. And unfortunately, we probably won't have the DPS before these rockets just absolutely tear through us. Oh, that would have been the solo, folks. Oh, that's so annoying. Stage 48, so close. We played that a little bit differently. That would have been an actual solo, and that would have been crazy because we hate the octagon stages. I don't know, folks. We are looking very funky right now. I'm still not nervous, just because it's not in solo territory yet, but it's definitely getting interesting. And as I was saying earlier, don't do this, what I just did. Because now my laser rangers are about to get there way ahead of my Scorchers, and they are going to die for it. So this might very well be a 3-hitter, which is a little annoying. Oh my god. I have to hope that my Scorchers here can do the damage. Because that is not great. This is why it is so important for troop speed, folks. Set Landgo? Santlogo? I'm probably butchering your name. I do apologize. Says Ola. Hello, friend. How are you doing today? Welcome to the stream. Okay, what are we looking like? We still have 25 attacks. How is that? With 10, 11 left, I think we're still looking okay. I'm a little annoyed, though. Do we want to try something funky here? What do you guys think? Should I try some funkiness here? Go for a Warriors hit? I really don't know how it'll go. But I kind of want to try it. Why not? We're going to try something foolish here. It's probably not going to work. I don't ever recommend doing this. But it just is too tantalizing not to, folks. There's a couple things that will mess me up here. One is this microwaver. But we'll see how this goes. Wish me luck, folks. Hopefully I can time this correctly. Like I said, folks, microwavers can hit through smoke, so very, very important. You guys understand that? Oh my god. That did not work out the way I hoped it would. Come on, bullet. Come on, bullet. Unfortunately, those shock launchers are just completely shock locking my troops. I told you it was going to be foolish, folks. Probably should have smoked my warriors right on that last hit. Or just dropped a couple different shocks, but it's okay. We're going to do it again, though, because we are that person. We are the definition of insanity, trying the same thing, thinking to ourselves, this will now absolutely work, knowing damn well it probably won't. What do we got here? There's a couple of rockets that are going to hit across the center. Whatever. Let's see how this goes. Make sure they don't foolishly hit. Oh, son of a gun. Oh, we're already off to a very bad start here, folks. And I didn't get bullet out either. Damn. Luckily, that Super Warrior is tanking a few hits. And Jesus takes the wheel at this point, folks. There's nothing else I can do here. I have to hope that my warriors have the speed. That is a lot of shield to get through. But once they get through the shield, they should kind of burn through it. And there we go. Stage 49 into with warriors. We tried something foolish. It did not work the way I wanted it, but it still wasn't bad. Poor warriors. Luckily, we did get in too, so. And here is another filthy octagon stage. And this one has the spread out shield generators, so. I'm not a fan of this. Setland Goes says, nice. Yeah, it wasn't too bad. This one will not be nearly as pretty. Because, we don't like octagon stages. Oh, I already messed up. I did not realize I had the wrong thing set up. Already a little nervous here, because we do not have the right troop layout. But we're going to give it our all. And see how this goes. So far, not bad. Not great. Not terrible. Now, there's a lot of boom cannons around this core, so my troops can eat it very quickly here. Just so much single target damage right there. Excuse me. Oh, that was not a greatly placed medkit. Those two little bombas could do it for us. The bullet can stay in front of this mech. At the very least, these bullets will do stupid amounts of damage. Don't underestimate two bombardiers. Unfortunately, that mech did go down. And unless my bombas can get this... Oh, so close. There we go. Another stage that was not nice to us. We are going to switch it up, though, here by doing this. I'm going to take Laser Rangers out of the equation, at least for this stage. And then we're just going to run it. I'm doing this kind of to... That's what I'm looking for. Have similar troop speeds. It's much easier to work with, you know, 2, sometimes 3 troop speeds compared to 4. Because the mechs are the slowest, then the mechs are, I'm sorry, mechs, bombardiers, scorchers, laser rangers, as far as speed is concerned. So, very important we get those right. The mechs are probably still going to be late to the party, but... That mech took a giant shot to the face of that Doom Cannon. I really don't think I need to smoke right here. And maybe Kavan was the play here instead of Bullet. See how that goes, though. That is a crap ton of single target damage. Believe it or not, the most dangerous thing here is not that Flotsam. All those boom cannons and cannons just laying down fire on my Scorchers is the dangerous part. So the Flotsam, we kind of just let it do its thing. I mean, it doesn't feel great by any means, but it's very unlikely it kills us. Oh, poor Bullet. Run. I think we have this. I think Bullet should have enough damage. Although that has a lot of shield. I did not realize how much shield that thing had. Once it drops, though, we should be good. Oh, as I say that, my mechs are taking damage. Come on, come on. Oh my god. Probably should have slowed that down for the effect. Stage 50, though. Down. 2 hits. That got a little bit dicey right there at the end. We're actually going to watch that over again. I know it wasn't a solo, but it got a little dicey there right at the end, so we'll speed it up for that first little bit. I honestly wish I could check how much shield that thing had, because it felt like it took a while to break through. We'll kind of just let it play out here for a second. Bombardier OP, absolutely. We love Bombardiers here. Absolutely love them. Like I said, just so much shield on that headquarters core, whatever you want to call it. Oh, sorry, mega core. So much shield on it. Mind you, my bombas are doing like 9,000 damage a shot or something like that. So, with what, 10, 12 bombas shooting. speed it up just a little bit. And once that shield goes down, you see how fast that health goes down. Just ever so slowly. And there we go. Stage 50 down in 2. Wasn't a solo, but brings us one step closer to that beautiful diamond trophy. Alright, let's see what stage 51 has for us. Okay. I'm not going to say it, but I'm going to say it. We could very well solo this base. Lots of single target stuff. I almost want to bring Kavan here, because with the exception of these 4 things, it's all straight up just shots to the face. I think what I'm going to do here, we're going to keep the mechs and scorchers. We're going to run the bombardiers, and we're going to go with Kavan here. We aren't going to risk ourselves with the laser rangers, the laser rangers. We probably could though, but we won't. We're just going to run this. See what we can do here. See if we can get this better than I usually do. Okay, make sure you get that ROI. Persephone with the diamonds in the chat. Trying to, of course, get that diamond trophy. Like I said, we're not going to go too crazy moving our troops here. We're kind of just going to see if they can walk through it. Of course, Kavan dies there early, bro. This was looking real good, folks. But of course, Kavan dying early does not help the cause. Well, if I can keep some of these mechs alive, it's still possible. Come on, get down, get down, get down. Okay, sweet. Come on, Bomba, get that shock launcher down. I just need like one mech to make it through that. To make it through this disgustingness. This one solo boom cannon is freaking doing its job. Oh, God, that is so annoying. We don't lose Kavan there. That's an absolute solo. Flint, Michigan, stopping by to say hi and drop a like and support. I appreciate that, Flint, bud. We are pushing for our diamond trophy, and I'm going to be honest with you, it is harder than I thought it would be. So, still looking good, but definitely could have been better. I hope your Mega Crab went awesome, Flint. I know you absolutely run through that stuff. Like I said, should have been a solo. Kavan just had to go and die. Kind of use our super warriors over here to maybe take out that rocket. distract that shock launcher a little bit. I don't know that it matters. Like I said, it's not like we're gonna lose the second hit. Flint, I'm on stage 3. Are you doing a speed run through it, or are you kind of just chilling at the point in time? Setland Go. I know that is Japanese. It has been so long since I've had to read Japanese, so I do apologize that I cannot read out that message. How to use properly Bombardier and LR. That's kind of hard to answer. I mean, of course, they're DPS troops. Your Bombardiers are definitely far-reaching, while you're just running through them. Okay. Sorry about that. Settling and go. Like I said, your Bombardiers are your super range, high DPS, like single target, while your LRs are your more collateral damage, and they do move a little bit quicker, so to say. As far as how to properly use them, it really just depends on the scenario and what your tank troop is that you're using. I once again almost want to do something silly with like warriors or smoking troops back here. We'll see how it goes though. We'll walk through this one like usual. And as Flint, Michigan said, yep, Bombardiers absolutely great with some type of meat shield. I usually like mech and Bombardiers myself. And then Scorchers and Laser Rangers. But I mean, you can do any combo. It doesn't necessarily have to be that way. I've seen people use Bombardiers with Scorchers and stuff like that. Laser Rangers and mechs can be a little bit wonky, but it's all about what the ranges are for things. The biggest thing I will say is, like, for tanks, if you ever decide to use those, which I don't recommend, never use them with Zookas or Laser Rangers, because they're all similar in range, which basically just means that they're not actually doing their job. So I think that's probably the most important thing to note. You can use tanks with mortars, or not mortars, with Bombardiers if you'd like, which do okay. It's more like the very first unlocking of Bombardiers is kind of that strat, maybe. There have been too many problems. We did lose a Scorcher, and I wasn't paying attention to that Scorcher, unfortunately. There's a crap ton of mortars. I'm just gonna shock those just for safekeeping. And I'm afraid this rocket launcher here is gonna clip my Bombardiers. So far, we're being lucky though. I think the only problem with this stage is we might run out of time. So we might have to do a Hail Mary right at the last, like, minute and a half. Besides that, my troops are kind of just walking through this right now. This could be our first solo stage since like 41, folks, so this is going to be huge if that's the case. And Gavon has no way to die right now, so that's what we like. I have so much GB, I don't know what to do with it right now. Like I said, I think we're kind of just going to let them walk through. No foolish mistakes to be made here. Drop these. Just to distract some of that single target damage. And folks, yes. Absolutely yes. Get that slow roll in there. Boom! There we go. Stage 52 solo. Our first solo since like I think 41 or 42s. So that is freaking huge. We absolutely needed that. The game decided to give us a little freebie, so we are definitely going to check that out. Replay our first solo. As you guys can see, that is our first solo in a long time. Since stage... Sheesh. It almost looks like in the 30s. Like, god dang. So... And that puts us in a good spot. 22 attacks left. 7 levels left, so... But let's, God, I am all over the place right here. Let's check out that solo one last time, folks. Solo says, Flint, Michigan, absolutely. Settling go, awesome. I appreciate that, bud. Persephone, solo. So let's take one last look at that, guys. And boom, checking out that stage 52 solo, I think it is. Sorry about that. I was munching on some food. Didn't want you guys to get some ASMR. But there we go. A beautiful stage 52 solo. Our first one in a while, so freaking huge. This stage is interesting. There is some shield generators over there. That is a lot of shield to try to burn through, though. The big problem here is going to be these laser beams, which are just going to tear my troops a new one. Oh, there's a little bit of free GB over here for ROI. I don't know, folks. We'll see. I'm gonna try our hardest out here. Pop both those. Boom, 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 boom. I did not realize there's a crap ton of single target damage in the back. So what we might do here is after this initial stuff dies, we'll probably flare over to the right and see what that does for us. Because my troops are just absolutely eating it right now. Yeah, so see the difference between bombardiers and I absolutely flaked that. Oh my god. Yeah, this was not a good stage. I just did not like that drop with the laser beams. Not to mention all this crud over here. Kind of just let them slowly finish it off, see what happens. Boy, oh boy, was that dirty though, folks. Speed that up. This could be our first 3-hit stage. Because I do not like this way the stage looks. We could do... We're going to once again try something a little bit funky here. I'm going to drop 2 broats of rifles for this disgusting single target stuff. If we can manage to keep this shocked over here, then the rifles can just get shot in the face. All the bombardiers kind of run through them. It's the idea, at least. Then once a lot of those single targets go down, then we'll worry about other stuff. So far, so good. They're going to lose this right side, which is going to be dangerous for our bombardiers. Yeah, we just could not solve this stage. It's going to be 3 hits for this stage. Not stoked about that, folks. Really shouldn't have been 3 hits, but... Just kind of a struggle bus to get through. All those freaking cannons and boom cannons. We're going to speed this up because this is absolutely going to be a 3rd hit. These 2 little bombas are trying their hardest. If they can get that shield generator, that would be freaking huge. Looks like they are going to get the shield generators, surprisingly. So it's at least guaranteed a 3-hitter. I was not a fan of that stage, just because I didn't really understand how to hit it. Alright, let's go into this. Sorry about that. Over here trying not to die. Oh, God. Really no point of the rifleman for this one. Just kind of kills off some of my folks, unfortunately. But whatever. There's still shield on there. Where's that last shield generator? Am I crazy, folks? There's still shield on that thing. I did not see a last shield generator there. I want to replay that real quick. Am I crazy, folks, or was there not a shield generator and that core still had shield on it? Stage 53, but I am super curious to see something. So we see... Oh, okay. Maybe this is where it was, and I just didn't see it. So we got that down. Oh, that's what it was. Okay. Man, I am blind. Alright, 20 hits, 7 stages left. Now, I'd like to tell myself this is going to be a solo stage, but as per usual, there's always some funkiness that can happen. But we are going to go back to the good old reliable with... do 4-4. Could do 4-3-1. You know what? Let's do that. We're gonna try this. May not be the play, but we are going to try it. Go for a 4-3-1 here. So we're gonna drop this. Drop that. Drop. Now these RLs on the left side are just a little bit wacky, but get our ROI back from that. Let's pop that. It's probably way too much health for me to try to burn through, but thought we'd give it a try there. Can probably get rid of those 2 rocket launchers. Okay, cool. Now, I did fail to realize that there is a crap ton of single target stuff here. Try to get a Scorcher back in the front line. thought I muted there. But then I heard a giant cough in my headphones, and I do apologize for that. I don't think this will be a Stolich 54, but we absolutely tore through this base, all things considered. It's just those 1 or 2 rocket launchers that are unfortunately still alive. We clearly just wanted to literally crap on every defense in this freaking base. Okay, stage 54. Could have been a solo maybe, but maybe there's just a little bit of GB mismanagement. Gonna go in for that 2-hitter, which should be not a problem. One, two, three, four. Drop all those down. Let them walk a little bit. And then we'll drop our lovely Laser Rangers. Now my poor Bombas are probably going to eat it here. We're going to revive him back, because why not? Excuse me. Ladies were a little bit behind, but nothing crazy. We did, of course, lose Kavan right away. That is so ridiculous. All those Scorchers, and Kavan still managed to find a way to eat it. There we go, stage 54 into... Man, I can't even count how many resources we have probably lost, folks. And it hurts my soul on a personal level. So here's the thing about stage 55. If we can get through that original set of single target defenses, then we should be okay. It's just all of this stuff, because the rest back here is RLs and stuff, which Scorcher shouldn't have a problem kind of walking through for the most part. So see if we can figure out a way to make that happen. I definitely should have had Kavan out, not freaking Bullet. And I absolutely fat fingered that. That is going to come back and bite me in the neck. Or the butt. Probably both. Yeah, I accidentally double pressed Bullet's energy drink there. And I have a feeling that is going to be the difference between winning and losing this. Although it doesn't help that I had Bullet selected rather than Dr. Kavan, which is who I should have had, to be honest. But this is life. I thought this would be a solo. Unfortunately, it's not looking that way. All this is showing me, though, is we definitely have a lot of work to do, because next year, if I want to go for my legendary trophy, I have to make it to stage 70. So, and as it stands right now, that would pretty much be impossible unless I soloed from like 60 to 70 every stage. So clearly there's some work that needs to be done. And figure out why I suck. Alright, so we're going to play that. The only thing we're going to do differently is we're going to take Kavan instead of Bullet. And this is how it should have went, because you'll see they kind of just walk through the base. I don't know why I dropped the Bombardier so late. Now, these things over here are a little annoying because they're going to clip my Bombardiers. And I also didn't realize there were so many shock launchers in play. Which are going to play their own role in the destruction of my troops. Like I said, kind of just letting them walk through the base. There's nothing too crazy I have to do. Oh, and I just realized our tribes changed, folks. So we got to make sure we upgrade those. Or update those. That way we can at least sink some gold, too. I shock that. Once again, the only thing that's going to prevent us from this 2-hit is just time. And I messed that up. Yeah, this will be an easy double hit here. Unless all my troops eat it. Not that it matters. Stage 55 there. There we go. 2 hits. Probably could have been a solo. Depending on time, maybe. And, so you guys can see, we do indeed have new tribes for the next 2 weeks. Personally, these are kind of the ones I care about. This is just nice in general. Zukas are always going to be amazing for operation hits. And then this is probably secondary. But because we have so much freaking gold, or so much raw crystals, we're just going to boost all this up right now. And then this is what we're going to do. 2 mil might be ambitious for the other resources, but I don't believe it's ambitious for gold. There we go. So at least we have our stuff for the next 2 weeks. So yeah. Set and go. You said, "Oh, I noticed now." What are you referring to? This is a little wonky, and those two possibly. Besides that, though, I think we can just go from this left side. We'll see, though. It sounds good in my mind, but is that usually ever the case? I should probably alternate these two, so that way you have 2 mechs, 2 scorchers, and then it's probably what I should be doing. Yeah, I'm kind of screwing myself by putting all the mechs and all the scorchers on one side. That is a lot of boom cannons over there. That shock blast on the right is going to be a little annoying. Mostly because I kind of have to make decisions here, it feels like. Yeah, this shock blaster plays a role, plus this doom cannon, plus the laser beams. Very well placed defenses. Good job, Dr. T. Okay, I didn't think I was going to get the solo there, but it looked like it was possible, I guess. We will get the dual hit, though. Barring this shock blaster being annoying. I almost want to press this. Yeah, you know what? That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna press from this middle side. That way we can take out the shield generators and that shock blaster, and then we can slightly move left. I think that's kind of the play. Just gonna keep you guys shocked. Oh, you son of a guns. They like instantly went down. That's a lot of hot pots. Once that shock blaster goes down, we'll move over to the left. Of course. Alright, what are we doing? Let's go over here. Shock you. Drop that. Let's go straight for this. This might actually be a 3-hitter, folks. I ain't gonna lie. That's ridiculous. That is so ridiculous. Oh, it's so annoying. Yeah. Just doing a little too much damage. Probably should have just went straight for the core there, but my goal is stage 40, and I'm playing 36. Hell yeah, Sitlingo. I hope you get it, bud. What HQ level are you, if you don't mind me asking? Alright, folks. A very disappointing 3-hit on stage 56 that I'm not a fan of. If it's any more than this, I just quit the game. Like, look at the kind of damage those laser beams do. It's ridiculous. Like, if I don't keep those shocked, I just absolutely get destroyed. HQ 20. Oh, you got it, bud. I am super hopeful that you got it. HQ 20 is huge. I'm actually on stage 31, I think, on the alt account, so I'm actually also aiming for that. Stage 40. I accidentally clicked that, but let's read what's going on here. Just task force shenanigans. Huge shout out to my task force. Love them. And as always, gotta throw. I don't know why that didn't click the first time, but huge shout out to my task force. SuperNova. Bunch of amazing dudes. Possible gals. Hard to know. That just make it amazing to play this game every day. Crud. We are running out of battery. I kind of just need to run through this, because I would hate for you guys not to see the grand finale of it all. Unfortunately, my port is being utilized for the video capture, so damn it, Kavan again. This guy just loves to eat it. Like I said, I unfortunately don't think we solo this, strictly because Kavan wanted to die. Why he does these things, I will never understand, but dang, that is annoying. I'd really like to get this laser beam down. As long as I get that down, we'll be okay for the next time. As I say that though, all this wonkiness on the right is not good. Because it's basically just going to hit my eye guys in the back. Persephone coming in with that GBE command with a measly 20%. Unfortunate. We're at 14. 3 stages left. I'll try to rush this a little bit. Now, hopefully I don't lose a bunch here, because that would be shameful. We're just going to go for the burn here. Keep this stuff shocked. And there we go. 57 and 2. Nothing fancy. I just needed to get that base down. We are unfortunately on a time crunch, folks, because my phone likes to die quick from 15%, so. But, yeah. Stage 58 looking a little strange. The prototype defenses seem a lot heavier in this one compared to the other ones, which is interesting to me. I wonder if there's reasoning behind that, or if it's just my imagination playing tricks on me. Oh, that was foolish. I'll let them clear up to that rocket launcher right there, and then we're going to smoke over here. Try something a little bit different. Go back to our smoke tactics a little bit. But Kavan, of course, is going to eat it right here. Come on, Kavan. Why that man a silly man? My bombas are going to spread here and just absolutely eat cheeks. I'm going to fast forward that. Because they're not going to get it. Now we can do this into the easier way, in my opinion, which is coming up from this way. Or we could try to go for the other. That's a lot of shield. I didn't even realize this disgusting Doom Cannon was here. Yeah, I think we're just going to go from the right side. We're going to test our luck. I was wondering what was getting shot there. Oh god. It's playing out a lot differently in my head. And Kavan's gonna die here again. That man was saved by the hair on his chinny chin chin. Looking a little bit wonky. The big problem here is going to be having a tank troop while the bombardiers try to run through 3 mil shield. And it doesn't look good. Man, that is so annoying. Just so many freaking rocket launchers. Ooh, so close. Persephone over here trying for the highest of all masterpieces. A 21 troop damage. Not even close to that 32 required. Alright, here we go. Going in for our third hit of stage 58. Which should not be this way, but... we're once again gonna do the same thing over, expecting different results, because why? We're insane. All those boom cannons over there, and very annoying. And Kavan unfortunately finds his again once in a very freaking weird spot. I'm just gonna double, yeah. There was like no point in me not trying. I'm gonna speed this up. Pray and hope that we have enough health. Oh god. That was almost really freaking bad again. But there we go, stage 58. Looking disgusting, some of these stages. I am sorry for the folks who believe in me. But we are so stinking close, folks. Stage 59, technically our final stage. We have 13 attacks. If I can't do that in 13 attacks, we have problems. The problem is I don't know how to do this stage. We're just going to take it straight down the middle. We know that straight down the middle never freaking works in these stages. But we're going to give it a go. The big problem here is going to be, of course, these doom cannons, and then this little hidden laser beam. Well, whatever. Try to get an ROI there. Honestly, don't know if bombardiers were the play in these later levels, or if I should have just kept sticking to and trying to make laser rangers work. It's kind of like a mixed bag. Like I said, we're just trying to take out these shield generators. Anything else is just free. We're making okay progress. Oh, Kavan's gonna eat it here. Run, Kavan. You fool. Oh, I thought I got all those dang shield generators down. Super Warrior probably won't get the job done, but let's try. Really good job on stage 59, all things considered. Like I said, these are like annoying stages for me. So the fact that I was able to get this far is pretty good in my opinion. I think the Bombos finished that. Excellent. Alright, we're going to speed this up. And then we'll just come from the right side on that second stage. But that should be, all things considered. Raise your hands up, guys, for this monumental moment. Because here, right now, we are about to get our second ever diamond trophy on the Mega Crab. Let's get it. Ever so slowly. I know the suspense is killing you. I don't like that my bombardiers. 38 with 8 tacks remaining. Oh, you got it, Settle and Go. You got it. I'm losing a lot more than I hoped I would here. And it's all because of those stupid Doom Cannons. Here we go, folks. Slow rolling it in. Because it is time. Oh, baby. Get it. Talk about another banger. Your relentless attacks are on the Mega Crab are not in vain. Your new trophy is direct proof of that. Keep up the good work. And there it is, folks. Our second diamond trophy, as well as our first diamond trophy, our first trophy ever on the Tribal Mega Crab. Freaking huge. And we gotta give it a look. Oh, God. Looking absolutely beautiful. Look at that little ding. Just immaculate. And there you go, folks. That is the 2023, my first ever Tribal Mega Crab. And my second diamond trophy on this account. It was definitely a journey. I feel like this one was a little bit harder than the previous crab, but we still got it. We still have 12 attacks left, so we might use a couple more attacks. Not now, but off stream. We are going to check that attack one last time. And then we'll kind of call it from there, folks. But I appreciate you all for being here. Huge. I hope you guys enjoyed the content. Like I said, I'm ashamed of myself from some of these hits. As you can see, there was a lot of double stages, basically from 40 on. So it's a good thing we got solos in those first like 35 to 38 stages, because otherwise we might not have got this. Either way, let's take a look at this. Settle and Go, grats. Thank you so much. And I hope you the best of luck on your stage 40, by the way. And there it is, folks. As we slowly come into the end, it wasn't pretty. There were definitely some hard stages, some pretty normal stages that I was just being foolish on. I thought becoming HQ24 would be an instant win, but I'll tell you what, the Mega Crab does require strategy. It does require a certain layout of things, and I definitely got to take it a little bit more serious, but we did make it, folks, in 30 something attacks. I can't count, so, or is it 28? Maybe 28 attacks used. We made it to stage 60, folks. And when I tell you, freaking huge moment for me, and huge moment for the account. I'm glad you all could sit here and witness it with me. Like I said, we would keep going a little bit more just to kind of see maybe how far we could get, see if we could reach 70. I doubt it, but unfortunately the phone is about to die, so we are going to end this the right way by upgrading that. There we go, our 7th landing craft. We only need one more. If I can manage to get the resources from these last couple stages, maybe I'll upgrade it. We'll see, though. But I appreciate you all for being here, all the support that you guys do. I have done my shameless plug-in, so I'll do it now. If you guys have enjoyed the stream, please like it. It means the world to me. It helps the channel, and it's just amazing. If you guys aren't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe. It's totally free, helps support, and you guys can turn on those bell notifications to see all of my videos posted, and all the other shenanigans I do on this channel, including polls, the occasional streams, and of course the amazing Boom Beach content. Before we go, just a little sneak peek. I haven't shown anything on it yet, but here is my, what I guess is well known as the unopposed game mode in Boom Beach. Now, I learned a little bit about this from Mr. Zedmod. If you guys don't know who that is, I absolutely recommend checking him out. He's amazing. He is all about the tips and tricks of the game. And basically, this account is just allowing me to never be attacked by another player. The caveat is I also can't attack other players, so there's just a specific layout of clouds that you're allowed to unlock, and then the ones that you can't unlock, because then you'll start to accumulate players on your map. So I believe Mr. Zedmod has an amazing video out there. I don't know it off the top of my head. I want to say it's secret solo mode or something like that. But I'm sure there's a couple other videos out there if you guys ever want to try this. We will be doing some type of content on probably in the near future, as this will be like the only account that I completely free to play in all aspects of it. So the troops are required to, you know, time and all that stuff to train and yada yada yada. But all that being said, that's for a different video. Once again, thank you all for being here. Thank you for supporting the channel. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Like I said, it wasn't pretty, but we got it. And we will be back to streaming probably next Saturday for the Among Us stuff with Mr. Opdestroy. But I'd like to try to maybe squeeze a stream in there with something else. I don't know. I got to figure out stream ideas. Like I said, we only usually stream that one Saturday or the Mega Crab stuff. But you guys will have to let me know what else maybe you guys want to see streamed. So let me know in the comments below if you watch the VOD of this or the playback of this. And yeah, I think that's it, folks. I appreciate y'all. Thank you so much for stopping by. Thank you for joining me on this journey. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I had a whole blast, and I promise at some point I will start the stream without having 5 different technical difficulties. I promise. But until then, as usual, this is the resident dweller of the underworld, the casual player's player, the David to Max player's Goliath, Dark Anubis, heading out. And until next time, peace. See you later, Settle and Go. See you later, Persephone. Thank you so much, guys. Adios.